Hey, I'm Aidan Bissett, and you're watching The Music Enthusiasts.
Hi, I'm Sarah from The Music Enthusiast, and today I have the pleasure of interviewing Aidan Bissett. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm so great. I'm so happy to be talking to you. Congrats on signing to Capitol Records and finishing high school. So how are you feeling?
Thank you. It's been really good, especially on top of signing. Finishing high school feels great. No more stress of like doing. Okay, I technically still have like 8 tests and stuff, but the actual class part, I can control my schedule now. Feels so good. A lot of stress relief. So.
Yeah, do you feel like a weight has been lifted from your shoulders?
100%. Now I can like focus more time on music because I obviously I want to be doing music full time, but with school it was so hard because 8 hours of school and 3 hours of homework, and I just wouldn't be able to write during the week. But finally have time, which feels good.
I'm so excited for what's to come next for you. So music has definitely been a big and meaningful part of your life. So, I mean, you took a few years to focus on sports instead. So what made you fully want to pursue music again?
It was when I moved from Oregon to Florida. Originally I lived in Florida till I was about 5, and then moved to Oregon. Lived there for 10 years till I was 15. And when I lived in Oregon, I decided to. I mean, all my friends, we all played sports, and that's a big part of a childhood. And my favorite one was football. I absolutely loved it. I played on like the state team and traveled the country with my Austin 7-on-7 team. Like it was all I did. Like I absolutely loved football. I wanted to go to college for it. I was planning to go to college for it. And when I moved, the one thing that wasn't the same was I was really attached to the team I had back in Oregon because we played for years together. We were family together. And when I moved, it just wasn't the same. I didn't really know anybody, and it kind of led me to lose the passion for it, which was really hard for me because I did love it so much. And when I did lose that passion, there was a period of time where I didn't have anything to put my passion into, and it was kind of depressing. I wanted to find something that I could be just as passionate about as football. And I had played guitar since second grade. Second grade, right? Yeah, second grade. And then when I moved, I was halfway through freshman year, going into sophomore year. So I've been playing guitar for a while. It was always in my back pocket, and it was a hobby. I never had made it like a priority. And I was like, well, I got nothing else to do. Might as well take a shot at it, and kind of started playing again.
I mean, I guess it was meant to be because you're killing it.
Thank you.
And do you still keep in touch with your old friends back in your old school?
Yeah, I do. Those kids, the ones that I'm still really like close to. I mean, they're family to me. So when I go back, I try and visit at least once a year and go hang out with all of them. Yeah, I do miss hanging out with them because I did grow up with them. But I think the move to Florida brought a lot of great changes, including music. So I'm very grateful for it.
Definitely. And I know Wallows is a huge influence on you and your music. I mean, Wallows is great. I totally understand that. And I know that like you hope to inspire other people like they did to you. So, I mean, I know you're just starting to like get so much attention. So have you gotten a text message from someone being like, hey, you inspire my music sort of thing yet?
Yeah, that has been the response from people listening to the music has been really, really, really cool. Nothing I would have ever expected when putting stuff out. I mean, sometimes I screenshot messages. I'll ask first, but I screenshot messages of people who DM me, of a story that the first time they're listening to music or my music and stuff. And I remember one girl was like, "You helped me when I released Worst Girls of All Time." Even though it was about a girl, she in her mind, she interpreted it as a boy because she was relating to the song in that way. And she said it helped her out of a really dark situation with her boyfriend, and like and made her a lot happier and a much better person, which makes me really happy because that's what the song did for me. So hearing those stories and how people relate to my music is really awesome. I really couldn't ask for anything more than what people are already doing. It's amazing.
I mean, is it sort of surreal because while writing music, you don't really expect people to like feel such a connection to it, right?
Yeah, I originally it was kind of like me just releasing music for fun, and I was like, oh, maybe people will listen to it. I don't know how this works. And people ended up listening to it. And when they did, it was more than just listening to it. The music established a connection with them, which is unbelievable. And it's something I've always really wanted, ever since I went to like those Wallow shows where I connected to their music. I even, when I released Communication, actually, I got a DM from two girls who took a video of them live reacting to the song coming out. Like, they like airplayed it onto their TV and they were streaming it, and they like recorded their whole live reaction of them like dancing and singing, and it was great. Amazing.
Oh, great. Oh my God, amazing. So TikTok has been a great place for you and so many other artists to like get discovered. So how do you feel about the app being like such a great place for artists?
I think TikTok since it has grown so much in the past 2 years, it's become a vital place for anyone trying to break into the music scene, because you can now do it so easily. I mean, there's, for like label wise, I mean, I feel like all labels are on there looking at TikTok, I mean, finding the next big hit or whatever it is. So everyone in the music industry is looking at it. Like TikTok is a huge driver of music. Not only that, I mean, if you get a song to kind of go trending and stuff, I mean, your whole career could get kickstarted in a day. And I feel like before TikTok and those trends and stuff, that wasn't as easy or as accessible or possible. So it's been a huge help to the small creator world, and I'm really appreciative of it. There are dark sides of TikTok. I mean, you can go into very toxic sides of TikTok. So there is the downside of that, and there is hate that gets thrown. So you have to be willing to take the hate, take the heat, and just keep moving. If you do fall down, you make a song that people don't like, then you just keep running with it, and it'll eventually all come together.
I mean, the only hate I got from TikTok was for the blog, actually. I posted an interview clip, and this like girl was like, who is this? Like, what is this for? And I'm like, it's just an artist. Like, and then they were just mean for no reason. But I mean,
that's like the thing that gets kind of like bad with TikTok, although there are many great sides, is anyone can hide behind a screen. And this goes for any social media. Anyone can hide behind a screen and say anything they want. There's so much power behind it because you'll never see that person's face and you'll never be able to talk to them in person. So when that stuff does happen, and it happens to me too, just realize like it's not worth your time. To keep doing what you love, and eventually, if you love your craft, this is not my quote. My old acting coach told me this while I was in LA over the past week, and I swear I will never forget this. He said, "If you love your craft will love you back, no matter how hard it gets. So just keep doing what you love, and trust me, people will eventually hop on the train."
I love that. And have you discovered any artists from TikTok who are now your favorites?
Yeah, I found a couple. There's this kid, Ryan Woods, who is awesome, and I've actually his music is awesome. So I've DM'd back and forth with him. So hopefully when I go out to LA, maybe I can meet him in person. And then my biased favorite, because she helped me out so much, is Blue to Tiger. Blue seriously is aesthetically, her style is so sick. Her production, her freaking bass playing. I mean, she's one of the best bass players I've ever seen. She's so awesome. So I love Blue, and she helped me kickstart my career by getting me connected with a producer at the very start. So yeah, Blue is sitting at the top of my rank. She's great. And we've become good friends too. And that's another perk of TikTok, is you get to meet other artists or other people who are in music. So I definitely appreciate that as well.
Definitely. I mean, I've met most of my friends from TikTok, and they're like the most supportive people ever. So let's talk about Communication. I mean, it's a bop. It's a summer bop. I play it with the windows rolled down in the rain just before. But I mean, how are you feeling about it being released?
It feels really good. We've been working, or I've had that song like in the works for a while. So when it finally released, I was so like excited. I think I originally wanted it released in January, but that was a little too fast. We had to get more things put together, so I'm glad we waited. But yeah, I was very eager to release that song just because I think it's awesome, and getting to work with Zach, Verzache, also known as Zach, is his real name. Getting to work with him was amazing. I got to establish a really great friendship with him and learn from him, and he got to add his own spin to it, which was amazing. So I'm beyond excited, and the response has been great too.
I know you were a fan of Verzache before like you even started collaborating with him. So what was it like getting that email or text being like he wants to work with you?
I that was this really surreal moment for me because I like those are the people like when I still look up to so many artists. So when an artist like reach out that I look up to, it like almost it feels like a dream. It's things I literally dream about. I'm like, oh man, I hope one day so and so reaches out to me and we can hop in a session or something. So when I got that text, I was like, there's no way this is happening right now. Like I literally listen to his music all the time, and he's such a talented producer. So I remember getting in like the group chat with him, and he was like so funny off the bat. I was like, oh, this is gonna be great, and we really hit it off. And he's truly one of my best friends in the music world. So it was awesome.
Amazing. And do you remember like what came first while making the song? Was it like a specific lyric or like a beat or something?
For this one was specifically guitar, and usually I start my songs with guitar because it's like my safe space. I'm so used to it. Started with this little high-pitched back and forth guitar riff that just kind of like oscillated back and forth. And then I recorded the first bit of lyrics over it, and then I put everything else together. But it was just a really stripped down guitar lick.
Amazing. And I know you love to see what like other people do with your track. Like yesterday you said like you just give it to them and see what they do with it. So I mean, did Zach sort of blow your mind with how it came to be?
Yeah, and again, like I am not married to anything that I create unless I'm like super emotional about it. But most of my stuff that I have created, I love getting other ears on it, and I love having other people work on it because it number one, I'll learn stuff from them, and number two, it can create a whole new vibe. Like it could be a better vibe or a different avenue that I didn't even explore. So when Zach came to the project, he sent me like a really small. He like worked on it for like 10 minutes originally. It was like really short. Sent me like a little like idea from the demo. And it was part of the chorus, and automatically I was like, all right, this is sick. I know where this is going. This is going to be awesome. And then he texts me. He's like, yo, would it be cool if I tried something really nuts on this? Like completely crazy. If you don't like it, it's fine. I was like, dude, I don't care. Like do whatever you want to do. Have fun with it. That's what's supposed to be. It's supposed to be fun. He's like, all right. And he chops up the bass, and the bass ended up being my favorite part. He chops up the bass and like makes it I think he either sampled it or midied it. And it like is really punchy. Instead of just the analog acoustic bass that I had on it, and it just brought like a whole different bounciness to it. So yeah, when he like really got cracking on it, it was awesome.
So I was watching your live stream with him, like I think it was like a week or two ago, and you mentioned how like he put something in the track which he didn't think you would notice, but you did notice. So I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, so he was in the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
There's a really subtle, high-pitched, like ad-lib. It's like an ooh, like he's just saying ooh, and he's just like going up a scale, and it's reverbed like a crap ton, and it's very faint, but if you look for it, you can easily hear it. And I remember him sending that to me, and he was like, I don't know about this. Like I was just like playing with stuff. He put a bunch of stuff in that draft. And I don't think he remembered that he put those ad-libs in. And I specifically pointed those ad-libs out. I was like, it was like one line. And I was like, take it, duplicate it, do it twice. So it loops over into the last chorus. It's amazing. And he was like, what are you talking about? I'm the ooh you did it's in the back of the bridge. Like you can hear it, right? He's like, bro, I forgot I even did that. Is it like, and I was like, it's so sick. And it really, to me, it made that bridge. That bridge was the bridge. Wasn't the bridge without it. Like it felt so cool with it. He even forgot, like the next draft he sent me, he totally forgot to even put it in. And I was like, dude, what are you doing? Where are the oohs? Like, come on. So yeah, that little piece of the puzzle to me was really important, and such a cool little vibe that he added that not everybody notices, but if you do, respect.
Amazing. I will listen to the track right after this, and I will look for the you.
It's his voice. Like you can tell it's him.
Yeah. I was going to ask, I don't know if I look too much into the cover art, but the cover art is simple, but if you look into it, yeah. So you're holding the telephone, both ears on each side, okay? Does that represent how like this person is bad at communicating, so it's like you're talking to yourself. Was that intentional?
That is actually a really good way of interpreting it. Yeah, kind of. Like
Okay.
when communication gets bad in relationships, like it feels like you're talking to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like nothing like gets translated, and you're saying one thing, the other person's saying the other thing, and it's just this big circle, this big loop of unproductivity, I guess. I don't know if that's a real word, but no one's being productive in the relationship. So, and I would say yes to that. I would completely say yes to that.
I think I just interpreted it too.
Just cracked the code. Like
the code that you didn't even know was code. It's a fun question. What is your comfort TV show?
Oh my gosh. Literally, it was instant because I've been watching it lately to bring me comfort. It's called Dawson's Creek.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's on net. Well, it's done now. It was a show from the 2000s, but it's unbelievable. So freaking good. It's a little cheesy. It's like that teen angst drama comedy, but I cannot get enough of it. Anytime I'm stressed, I'll just watch it, or anytime I'm like not in the right headspace, it just makes me feel better. So Dawson's Creek, everybody. And on top of that, the music in it is so good. It's like 2000s punk pop, alt rock, and like Avril Lavigne, and like, oh, it's just great.
Have you ever watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
I've watched a bit, but I've not religiously like got into it.
Okay, I'm like that. And another fun question: if you could perform on any planet, which one would it be and why?
On any planet?
Yes.
I was like, did I hear that right? Any planet?
Considering you could.
Yeah. Which is, I can't remember. I'm gonna sound so dumb. I can't remember which planet has like the giant storm. If I think that's Saturn maybe, or Mercury. I don't know.
I am not good with my solar systems.
Whichever planet has that like big storm, like the eye of the storm, you can see it in like all photos of it.
I think it's like Neptune or Jupiter. I'm not really sure which one.
Oh, you're right. I think it's Jupiter. So yeah, I'm like almost not okay. This is gonna be so bad. The YouTube comments are gonna be like, where did this guy go to school? I think it is Jupiter, maybe. But it's whichever planet has the big storm. I want to perform in the middle of that storm. I want to see what it's like.
Oh my god. Okay. Like in the eye of the hurricane sort of thing?
I want to see like what's the hype about. It's supposed to be like the craziest storm ever known to man. Because it's been going ever.
Yeah. And then where would the audience sit? Like outside of it?
They'd just be vibing with me. We'd all be together. I don't know. Trying to survive at the same time.
Sounds like fun. I'll be there. And last question, who are your favorite artists at the moment?
Obviously Wallows. I always love Wallows. Coin, just because I love Chase's songwriting and production style. Who else? Role Model. Love Role Model's way of making kind of like rapish style of like production and indie music. Obviously Zach, gotta love Verzache. His new album came out 2 months ago now, and I remember him sending it to me, and it was just unbelievable. I absolutely love it. Who else? Tame Impala. I love Tame Impala. Backseat Lovers. Saying so many times.
No worries.
I try to go through like my head of my library of songs. There's this new song from this guy called Varsity. Yeah, I think his artist name is Varsity. I can't remember what. I'm looking at it now. I have to find it. That's gonna trigger me.
No problem.
Oh, also Steve Lacy. Love Steve Lacy. Dark Red. He's great. Let's see. I'm gonna find it right. Cold Blood by Junior Varsity. Super cool song. He came out of nowhere. I was like, where did this guy come from? He's like put on Lorem and like all these editorial lists. And like, dude, what is going on? So he's awesome.
Amazing. Lorem is my favorite playlist of all time. Like I find all my favorite artists there.
Yep. I am hoping one day I get on Lorem. Like that would be so cool.
Spotify people, if you're watching.
Yeah, Spotify. If you're watching, just throw me on Lorem. And then this kid / puppy had a song called Juliet that came out that I really liked.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. It was so much fun talking to you.
Thank you. This is great.